Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Same as Naya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across this video where a white woman was asking why is it that black people have some certain things to themselves and they do not have it. Like, how are black people going to feel if white people decide that they are having like all white party or all white events without wanting other people to come? How are we going to feel? And a lot of people said that they are not going to feel anyhow because there are some places that are for some particular people, like in a certain set of people, and if they are not invited, they are not going, right? So why is that a problem? Now, let me say this. Black people lived in a period where they could not do some certain thing with these people, right? Family was separated. What is that? Schools, like, they could not mix up. So why is that a problem that probably Juneteenth was for Black people to celebrate, or maybe Black History Month and all that? So what is pressing them that Black people could get that holiday set aside for themselves, which was actually given by the government? It's not something they woke up to do. So why is that really a problem? Because I do not see. I mean, I am tired of waking up to these people being ignorant, because it's only an ignorant person that will come out to say something like this. Man, if you want to have an all whatever party or gathering, do it. Stop disturbing black people. Let's get into this.
So this is, I want to ask black people a question. I want to ask black people, how would you feel if white people held an event every year on the coast, the South Coast, Gulf Coast, and we called it White Beach Weekend? And black people weren't allowed to attend this event because they weren't white. So there is currently an event on the Gulf Coast called Black Beach Weekend, and I just want to know if it would, how you would feel if there was a White Beach Weekend. Would that make you feel bad?
Um, we wouldn't care, because we would not go. Black Beach Week, Black Bike Week, um, like we have these events, we have these places where we go feel safe and have a good time. That's the difference between our community and y'all's. We don't feel like we have to be invited everywhere to everything. If y'all had a White Beach Weekend, we wouldn't go. We would be somewhere having a good time, minding our black business. It's not hard. It's not hard to do. And it's no slight. Like I wouldn't want to be there anyway because I don't think the food would be good unless y'all was Italian. But no, I'm good. Ciao. How about it?
I want to ask black people, how would you feel if white people held an event every year on the coast, the South Coast, Gulf Coast, and we called it White Beach?
We will not care if you have a white beat week. Like, we literally will not care. I mean, you thought that because we had black beat week or whatever we had, you felt basically excluded from that. You wonder how we feel all the time when we excluded from these white spaces. Every single time we try to get in. So when we make our own space now, you have a problem? It's so weird to me because she's making it seem like black people will have a problem with what she said. If you want to have a white weekend, go ahead. If you want to have a white day, go ahead. If you don't want to invite black people, go ahead. We do not care. Like, we got better shit to do. Trust and believe that. Like, sis thought that we was gonna be, oh my god, so you're not gonna invite us to your weekend or week party? You're not gonna do that? We don't care. Seriously.
How you would feel if there was a White Beach Weekend?
Black people can't have nothing. Not a damn. Black people are minorities, okay? White people are the majority. They're the majority damn near everywhere that you go in the world, okay? If we do not have something set aside for us automatically is going to go towards white people because white people are the majority. If you were to go to a beach, let's say you're going to Virginia Beach, Virginia. Let's say you're going on a Saturday at 3 p.m. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be majority white people there. Unless you're going to Virginia Beach during beach weekend, which is typically for African American HBCU students or college students. Any other time that you're going to Virginia Beach oceanfront, you're going to see majority white people. But God forbid black people have one weekend or one day. It's up in arms. But it's also an entitlement thing. You don't have to be in every single space. Just like how black people are not able to be in every single space, you don't have to be in every single space, and that's okay, Karen. But looking at her eyes and seeing the way she talks, you could tell ain't nothing but thoughts and memories from January 6th in her cranium. Every other weekend that you go to the beach is white weekend. But God forbid one day black people have the beach rented out or they got permission from the city to have a black event. Oh my God. It's like the same concept as Black History Month, like how these colonizers be so pissed at the fact that black people have 1 month out the year, the shortest month at that, but 1 month. When I'm learning about Paul Revere and the British are coming, I'm learning about that every other day in school. God forbid I learn about Sojourner Truth, February 13th. God forbid.
I want to ask a question.
Okay, just one moment, 1 second. Go ahead.
Question, is that even allowed on this platform anymore?
Well, first and foremost, we need to understand what type of black. Are you talking about dark black, light black, caramel black, Caribbean black, African black, Jamaican black? You know, just for clarification.
So I want to ask black people,
Again, which black people are you looking at? Referring to.
how would you feel if white people held
Sweetheart, the same way we feel every day. Minding our own business, we don't care. We don't care.
we called it White Beach Weekend?
Okay, but let's take it a little bit further. What if the president of the United States lived in the Black House?
And black people weren't allowed to attend this event because they weren't white.
Okay, so you looking for clarification on how it feels. Because y'all already did all of that to us once upon a time. Mm-hmm.
An event on the Gulf Coast called Black Beach Weekend.
Okay, but did they say that you couldn't come? Just because it said black, did they say that white people were not allowed? Or are you just assuming that?
Still, if there was a White Beach Weekend.
Okay, so have you ever watched any Girls Gone Wild footage?
I want to ask black people, how would you feel?
What is this hard B in black that I keep hearing? I'm gonna get to your question, but I think we have to address the use of language a little bit. We use certain subtle octave changes and maybe voice tone, deflect, little things. That one we should probably put an end to. It's very weird when I hear it. But after you said black 3 times in your video, you asked how would black people feel if white people had an event once a year and they called it White Beach Week and black people were excluded. That's like the black experience. The black experience is exclusion. If you want to get real specific with it, do you know what a sundown town is? Maybe you don't know. So a sundown town is a town that excludes, and I'm using that real lightly, people of color after the sun goes down. In a sense, you better not be caught after the sun goes down in these spaces. That's an extreme version of this, but there are several comments that are like hee hee ha ha in your comment section that are addressing it. Like one of them even was like the Hamptons. The Hamptons is the example of the black version of what you're talking about. The difference is those spaces that are predominantly white and not labeled that way are unsafe for black people. There is black events, and when white people enter them, they're not in danger. They're not invited, but they're not in danger. That was not an invite. That wasn't saying to go to them, but they're not exclusionary. They're intentional.
I want to ask black people, how would you feel if white people held an event every year on the coast, the South Coast, Gulf Coast, and we called it White Beach Weekend? And black people weren't allowed to attend this event.
Honey, that is called the first 300 years of U.S. history. And you're on the internet bothering black people when we have a macaroni and raisin casserole in the oven. No seasoning. Your top lip and my top lip both disappear when we smile. We have bigger fish to fry. Let's focus on...
I want to ask ask black people, how would you feel if white people held an event every year?
Lady, can you leave us the fuck alone? Can any white person that wants to ask a question like this, can y'all leave us the fuck alone? You know, this is why I wore the creamy white fuckery index t-shirt today. Because the goddamn index is a little bit too fucking high with white fuckery. Just tad bit. I want to ask black people, don't ask us shit. Don't ask us a motherfucking thing. I have a watch. Don't ask me what fucking time it is. I have a phone that has the time on it. Don't ask me what fucking time it is. Don't. Leave us the fuck alone. Can we go one day? Just one? Can we get to noon? No, lady, don't nobody give a fuck. Have your event. Don't nobody give a fuck. Like the lady in this video said, it's called the first 300 years of fucking American history. Nobody give a fuck. Goddamn, leave us alone. Go have your event. Go. With no rhythm, lots of mayonnaise. Motherfuckers bending over with no ass. It's just skeletons in a nice linen outfit, white linen outfit. Don't nobody give a fuck. Leave us the fuck alone. Goddamn. God to the fuck damn.
Y'all had an event and you didn't invite no white people.
Would you like for us to invite you to some of these bills? There you go. There. That's an all-white event. You can come pay some of these bills. How about that? You're all welcome. Any white person want to come pay some of these bills, you are more than welcome to. How about we pay some of this college tuition? Hey, any white person that wants to be invited to some of these black student loans, any of you, you're all invited. It's only the cool shit y'all want to be invited to.
How come you guys can have a black party and not invite any white people?
Because we know what the fuck y'all bringing. That one cousin that gets a little bit too filled on that Pabst Blue Ribbon and then the N-word starts flowing freely. You bring your grandparents that like to call rap crap. You bring in that other cousin that likes to call us monkeys. Don't nobody want y'all around. Y'all always want to invite yourself to some cool shit, but y'all never want to invite yourself to the shit that we really need some fucking help on. I'm inviting any white person that wants to pay all my goddamn bills to come pay them. Come pay them. You inviting yourself to other shit. We partying with these bills. What we doing? We partying these bills over here. The fuck are you talking, lady? I'm going to ask the black people. Don't. Just, whatever the question is, don't ask. Just don't. If you want to ask black people anything, just don't. Just, there's the instructions on asking black people any questions with the way you said it. Lesson number 1, don't. Just fucking don't. Don't ask us shit. Don't ask us a motherfucking thing. Every time we want to get together, just us, y'all want to be involved in this shit. We can't do the y'all shit. We can't do that to y'all, can we? I'm gonna go to one of these fucking parties with the rich folks out in Kennebunkport. They gonna fucking hem my ass up at the goddamn gate. I'm gonna get 6 bullets in my ass just for driving the wrong motherfucking way to get to the motherfucker. Goddamn, lady, don't nobody. Can we please just not be in y'all motherfucking mouth today? It's the day before your fucking 4th of July. Just here, kids. This is the first part of White History Month. White people always want to be involved in some shit when there's other people involved. How come y'all never ask the Spanish-speaking people this shit? They don't invite y'all to shit either, because y'all can't fucking cook and you can't dance. Can't cook, can't dance. The fuck? I want to ask all the Mexican people, how would you feel if we had a quinceañera with white people? Don't nobody give a fuck. Leave us alone. Just stop talking to us.
This is all I got from this video, and the reality is that they would never ask other people why they hold events without. Sorry about that. My camera is checking. They would never ask other people why they hold event without inviting them, but it's always black people. Like Mr. Famous said, they should leave black people alone. But how do you want them to survive if they leave black people alone? Because it looks like all their being is attached to black people. So what will happen if they start talking about people that look like me? Of course, they will have nothing to talk about. So yeah, they wake up every day and they want to ask black people questions. Truth is that you never hear them call Hispanics, they don't call Asians, they don't call Jewish, all of them. They don't wake up to call them or ask them. People that experience some certain things during slavery and all that, they will never wake up to ask other people questions, but they want to always invade places. Now, that is what I keep saying. Some of them do not know what boundaries are. There are some places that I will never wake up to go as somebody like the way I am now, that I would never wake up to go, especially when it's something that got nothing to do with me. Why would I want to go somewhere that I am not invited or where I am not supposed to be? I saw all of them on the internet. Juneteenth came around and everybody on the internet, like for almost 2 weeks, we've been talking about Juneteenth. How come black people got a day off for themselves and they never get anything? How come black people have Black History Day and they never get a History Month and they never get anything? It's only a dumb person that will wake up to ask that question, because they should already know. If they have initiative, their initiative would have told them that every day is for us. So we decided to set some days or something off for these people to at least get to know themselves or get to interact, get to do so many things for them. It is black people every day that wake up, black people this, black people that. We do not want to be in your space. That's why all of a sudden I heard some of them saying that black people always want enclosed places and do not want people to come into there, especially when it comes to spirituality, that spirituality is meant to be shared and all of that. That shows you how little-minded some people are. Even as a black person, there are some places somebody will invite me, especially when it comes to spirituality, I will not enter. As a black person, I will not enter. I am not going. I love me so much. But it's amazing how somebody from another race is doing something. Even you are not invited, but you want to be there. Why do you want to be there? Why would you even as a person want to be there? That really tells a lot about people that invade people's privacy or people's spaces. Like, seriously, sincerely speaking, if there is anything going on for you people, especially if it is like maybe all white party or all green party or all blue party, trust me, people that look like me, they are not invited, they aren't going there. My own people that will have a pool party and will still not get into the pool. That you think that if you are having a party that they will go even without any, they would not come. So go do your thing. We are not going to show up. We do our thing. Do not show up because you are not invited. Don't you get it? Choose your number 6. It's called brain. Use that, your brain. Just leave. I mean, that shows how upset some people are. I mean, stop obsessing. I mean, see you all in my next video. Bye for now.